The Polish Jews are placed into ghettos, sealed off areas in several Polish towns, in Warsaw, in Krakow and in other places. It's a temporary measure. The Nazis at this point in time don't know what they're eventually going to do to the Jews. The Jews that live in countries like France and Belgium and Holland, that again are taken over by the Nazis, are kind of left alone for this brief period of time. Okay, things escalate dramatically after the Nazi invasion of Russia in June 1941. This is going to be a war to the death between Germany and Russia, and the Germans, after the frontline troops sweep back the Russian armies, sending their SS Einsatzgruppen special squads who are sent in specifically to shoot any potential opposition to the Nazi occupation. And Hitler thinks that all Jews are naturally communists, therefore kill all the Jewish communist young men. And these shooting squads go into every town and village that's occupied and round up the Jews and begin killing them in huge numbers. First they start off with young men, but this soon graduates to include women and children, because if they leave the women and children alone, they think that these will seek revenge on the Nazis sometime in the future. So this terrible program of mass shootings happens all over the occupied eastern territories in Russia, in the Baltic states. The normal procedure is they round up the Jews, take them to somewhere secluded, make them strip off, make them dig a trench, and then they're shot in the back of the head. And, you know, ghastly, terrible scenes are enacted all over Eastern Europe. However, this is too open, too public. People are hearing about it, army soldiers are hearing about it. Hitler needs something more systematic, more secret, something that can keep under wraps. We think in the summer of 1941, Hitler decides all the Jews are going to be killed. Not just all those Jews he thinks are going to fight against him later. So a decision, we don't know exactly when this was made, there are no records of this, but we do know that in January of 1942, the middle-ranking Nazis meet in a place called Wannsee, the Wannsee Conference, which is a suburb of Berlin, and a guy called Reinhard Heydrich, who's the deputy to Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, chairs the meeting where he informs all the relevant agencies involved in Jewish affairs. This is what we're going to do to them. It's called the final solution. The final solution to the Jewish problem, we're going to kill them all. And they draw up a list of all the Jews that live in Europe, some 11 million in total, including all those Jews that don't even live in Nazi-controlled areas, England included. They are now all going to be, once they're arrested and assembled, put on trains, sent on trains to the east, to Poland specifically, where they will be sent to purpose-built death camps. And these death camps are designed to facilitate the murder of millions and millions of people. The most famous, of course, being Auschwitz. What happens is that people are taken across Europe by train. Once they get to the camp, those that are ill, those that are elderly, those mothers with young children are killed immediately in gas chambers with the notorious gas Zyklon B. Those that are young and reasonably fit and healthy will be used as slave labour, life expectancy 6 weeks, then they too will be murdered. The Nazis think they have an inexhaustible supply of slave labour. The treatment within these camps is, beyond belief, absolutely incredible. Some camps are slave labour camps, some camps, Treblinka in particular, is just a death camp. Everyone who's sent there, almost everybody who's sent there, 99.9% of the people who are sent there are murdered. The Nazis eventually will murder 6 million people. Unbelievable figures, before the Russians and the Americans and the British eventually destroy the Nazi regime. Just to recap, that little rhyme we did in class is still relevant if you want to run through the chronology. Just show it to you again. The Aryans believe in a master race. Hitler believes in the Aryans. The boycott is the first act against the Jews in 1933. The Nuremberg laws are passed in 1935, which stripped the Jews of their citizenship. The Olympics, brief respite for the Jews during the periods of the Games. Kristallnacht in 1938. This shows the Jews the real face of the Nazis, and then war breaks out in 39. This period, the discrimination, the persecution is designed to make Jews immigrate. Thereafter, that's no longer possible. War breaks out in 39, Poland is occupied, huge amount of Jews in Poland. What do they do with them? Ghettos, temporary measure until they decide how they're going to deal with them. Big shift in approach is after the invasion of Russia. This is when things become incredibly lethal. Before the invasion of Russia, 50,000 Jews had been murdered. After the invasion, we're talking nearly 6 million. Einsatzgruppen follow the frontline troops. They're tasked to kill all partisans, Jewish young men, rapidly becomes Jewish men, women and children. That's too public, not secretive enough. Then they start to think about a better solution. Wannsee Conference, this tells all the leading Nazis what's going to happen, those who have anything to do with Jews. Final solution, from 42 onwards, the solution is death camps where the Jews will be gassed to death. Very, very big topic. Please revise it. Do your little rhyme, see if that helps you. I think this will come up in the exam paper, or an element of this in the exam paper.